Let's get some Sleaze. It's presented by McDonald's. The best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
Kevin Spacey back in the news. Now, we've talked about this Channel 4 documentary. He decided he wanted to preempt it because there are lurid allegations of sexual seduction and harassment. And so he went on X and did an interview. Let's hear a little bit about him talking about the rules of engagement.
And so, look, I'm not an idiot. I walk into a bar. I know that I'm Kevin Spacey, for better or worse. That might mean something to some people. That may change the way they behave. But if some attractive guy comes up to me and says hello and flirts, is he off limits because I'm famous? The truth is, some people say that I hid behind the closet. And so to them, I would ask, okay, so do I need to wear a sign on my forehead that says that I'm gay and therefore I can alert everybody else to what my intentions might be? I mean, what if I wish to go home with a woman one night, which I've done many times in my life? Am I now going to be told that I'm hiding behind being gay? I mean, what are the rules of engagement here? Am I supposed to present a plan, for the evening up front? Hey, it's great meeting you. You're very attractive. If things go well, maybe like in an hour, I'll put my arm around your shoulder, and then maybe a little later, I'll even place my hand on your leg. And at some point, if I'm feeling like this is going in the right direction, you haven't told me to stop. Maybe I'll lean in and try to kiss you. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll end up back at my place. And if any of that, if you feel uncomfortable at all, let me know. But if not, if that all sounds cool, then let's, grab a seat and what are you drinking? Well, I mean, is that what I'm supposed to do? Is that what everyone is doing and I just didn't get the memo? Or are we all just fumbling through social and romantic encounters trying to get it right?
By the way, that was on Zoom, I'm assuming, and just like you could hear a weed eater in the background.
Yeah, you always hear stuff in my background. Birds, lawnmowers.
But he lays it out. Like, seek that out on X if you're interested, but there are a lot of raw nuggets throughout that piece. He's laying it out there.
And remember, I mentioned this, he's going to stand trial again in the UK over civil sexual assault claims.
And his whole thing was that he didn't want to go through this again, so he's putting everything out there. And then what happens? Like, within 48 hours, this next lawsuit pops up.
Let's stay in the courtroom, Barnes. Stormy Daniels on the witness stand. Trump's lawyer thought Stormy and her attorneys went into too much detail about the allegations of sexual encounter in 2006. The judge kind of agreed, but didn't stop it. It was like the judge wanted to hear more.
Yeah, I saw that a couple days ago. I was hoping there was some audio, but only sketches.
I guess what we learned first and foremost was that Stormy did not enjoy having sex with the future president, although he thought it was great. She added that it was brief, and when it was over, she tried to leave the hotel as soon as possible. She also said that they did it in the missionary position. Again, going into detail, the judge is sitting there, but that was stricken from the record. Stormy said Trump didn't use a condom, and he told her beforehand that he and his wife, Melania, don't even sleep in the same room. He also busted out a great pickup line comparing Stormy to his daughter Ivanka. He also has a pet name for Stormy, Honey Bunch. Dang.
I saw her documentary or whatever you call it on whatever, I forgot where, Netflix maybe, and she talked about how he had promised for her to be on The Apprentice.
Oh.
And that he had, apparently everyone had to be approved, but he reserved one trump card, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
He, I guess, hinted that he would play that for her. And she's like, they're not going to let a porn star be on NBC. And yeah, she was right. And I don't think he played that card for her.
Guess who got an acting gig? Another one. Travis Kelce. First major acting job, a role in Ryan Murphy's high-profile new FX horror series, Grotesquerie. Yeah, he's been cast opposite Niecy Nash Betts, Courtney B. Vance, and Leslie Manville in this upcoming series.
How?
Because he's Travis Kelce, Barnes.
But this is so stunt casting. They just want these Taylor people to watch it at the expense of your art?
People will watch.
The guy catches footballs for a living. I mean, he's not an actor. You're putting him up, Courtney Vance, you're putting him up against these people that know what they're doing.
Let's see if he can act.
Well, yeah. They don't care, though, apparently. They just want the numbers.
Well, his girlfriend will be part of another series. Have you heard about this? The docuseries about the feud between Taylor Swift and Scooter Braun?
She'll actually be in it?
No, Discovery Plus UK and Ireland has ordered Taylor Swift versus Scooter Braun, Bad Blood, which will reportedly be in 2 parts. The latest in the Discovery Plus UK versus franchise, because they also have that doc, Johnny versus Amber, Kim versus Kanye, the divorce. It's going to go deep into the $300 million dispute that arose after Scooter Braun bought the rights to her first 6 albums.
I'm surprised it's not 13 parts just to keep these people stringing along, because
could be
popular culture now just attaches some sort of Taylor Swift, 7 degrees of separation or whatever, 6 degrees of separation, and then it gets those people.
Yeah, because it's all successful. How about this? Keanu Reeves totally down for teaming up with Sandra Bullock for Speed 3. Could a Speed 3 be in our future?
Why?
Keanu and Sandra Bullock, if they have any say in the matter, the two did a joint interview on the 50 MPH podcast. Did you know that podcast is dedicated solely to the film Speed?
No.
Yeah. Sandra stated her wish to work with Reeves again at least one more time. Check this out. Keanu was sure that a return to the Speed franchise would be a hit.
Yeah, I think we knock it out of the park, but
I think what it is I'm on, where were we, St. Martin. The boat has crashed, we stumble off the boat, and you just pull up and you go, what were you thinking?
Do we not remember how badly it went for Speed 2?
It went really poorly.
Why are they so sure?
She made this comment, before I die, before I leave this planet, I do think that Keanu and I need to do something in front of the camera. But why Speed?
Yeah, maybe not Speed, because that left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
And how about there's an entire podcast
I know.
dedicated to Speed?
And
What?
and that they would go on it.
That's bizarre.
That is weird.
What do you think about this? Talking about shows coming back, Michelle Yeoh is set to star in the sci-fi series Blade Runner 2099 for Amazon Prime Video. It's a sequel to the Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049 movies that starred Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling. No script, but she said she's in it. She could be a good guy or a bad guy, but what do you think? Blade Runner 2099.
A lot of people love that. It's just not my thing. Is Gosling, with the failure, 27 million or whatever for Fall Guy, does that put him in, does that take him out of that elite club right now? Or does someone still take...
No, because he's just...
That's not enough to do it?
I think he's hotter than ever.
Oh, because he's hot? Fram.
Yeah, well, he's hot, too. As an actor and as a...
Oh, okay. You're saying hotter than ever. I got you.
Yeah.
But how many times can you fumble before
I know.
they'll keep throwing you out as the lead?
Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut to stream live on Disney+. Could be very well the most watched WNBA game in history, Barnes. ESPN has announced that next Tuesday, tip-off games, including Clark's regular season debut with the league, will stream on Disney+. On May 14th, her Indiana Fever will face off against the Connecticut Sun, and the Phoenix Mercury will face the Las Vegas Aces. I guess Disney Plus is now really excited about, getting back into sports. Will also be available on ESPN Plus.
This is a crazy thing because it even outpaced their technology. Because I hear their ticketing technologies can't handle the demand that is all of a sudden out there for the WNBA.
It's unbelievable. Oh, this is kind of an interest. I did not know. I saw this story. Did you know that Sylvester Stallone collected watches?
No.
Worth millions. So yeah, now he's selling his entire collection. He displays the watches in a new video. He explains what rock star got him interested in them to begin with.
I started collecting when I finally came into some money. I had just finished Rocky. And there was Greg Allman. And I guess he was very tired, so his arm was hanging in the aisle. And on his wrist was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. When I finally got a few bucks together, I went out and bought this gold Submariner. And that was the beginning of my love affair for Rolex watches in general. Thank you, Greg Allman, for sleeping and hanging your arm in the aisle. It's changed my whole trajectory. You've cost me a fortune.
Some dudes are watch people. I don't even wear a watch, period, much less a fancy one.
John Mayer likes watches, remember?
Big watch guy. Yeah, if you're into it, you're into it. Is Lanny a big watch guy?
No, not at all. I wonder if maybe John Mayer will buy his collection. Who knows?
Tulsa King is in Atlanta. Had all that negative news about what was going on that set a couple of weeks ago. A buddy of mine just got cast as a judge on multiple episodes on Tulsa King, and he's been working with Stallone and said that he could not be nicer.
See, I think all this is, I know. Tell him to keep giving us info.
I know. I'm trying to get scoop. He won't give any storylines away. But anyway, he said he is the nicest of the nice.
That is your Celebrity Sleaze.